to episode 5 of the Zone League show. I might be wrong there. I don't know. Episode 4 or 5. This is the episode for the week of May 4th or 5th, whatever today is. It's supposed to go up Wednesday night, but it obviously not. Let's just get beyond the intro and let's get into it. Zone Premier League, Swansea 2, New Lambton 0 on the weekend. These Zone Premier League results, that's the intro. Swansea 2-0 over New Lambton is the first result, a good win there for Swansea. Mayfield 3, University 0. The league leaders doing the job again. Morisset versus Newcastle Suns postponed. Dudley Redhead 3 defeating Garden Suburb 0. The Kingfishers yet to score a goal in 2016 competition. Beresfield United 2 defeated by Cardiff City 4 in what is the result of the week in any Zone League competition. Beresfield have now gone 3 games without a win and they've lost 2 of them. It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? I don't know what's going on there. Cardiff have had a slow start of the season and all of a sudden they're winning at Pasadena. What can I say about that? Big win for Cardiff, and Beresfield suddenly find themselves in a bit of a slump to begin the season. And a look at the league table, you only need to find an iPad that actually works. Beresfield sit in 6th position. They're 6 points off of the league lead. Mayfield leading Swansea 2nd, Dudley, Morisset round out top 4, and Garden Suburb, as mentioned, have lost 4 from 4 and conceded 8. They have not scored a goal, Garden Suburb, in 360 minutes of football this season. That is not good. Rightio, we move on to this week's fixtures, the tips for this week. New Lambton 2 to draw Dudley Redhead 2. Dudley, they're a very good team, but New Lambton, I feel, sort of slow start to the season at home. I think the draw sounds good here. University 1 to be defeated by Swansea 3. Self-explanatory this one. Uni defeated by Mayfield last week. Swansea in some form, they're in 2nd. I like their chances at Raywat Oval. Morisset United 1 to be I can't even say these words properly. Mayfield 2, Morisset 1 at Morisset is what I meant to say. The league leaders to defeat 4th place Morisset. Mayfield this season, they've started very well and maybe trying to get back into that form that saw them make the grand final a couple of years ago. Newcastle Suns to be defeated by Cardiff 2-3. 3-2. Cardiff, what can I say? That was a big win last week and I'm tipping them to do the same this week. Tricky place to go, Connolly Park, and beat the Suns in any grade, really. Garden Suburb to be defeated by Beresfield United 4-0. Suburb yet to score this year. Beresfield coming off of 3 games without a win. What can I say? If Beresfield drop points here, then suddenly it's not looking good for the minor premiership again. They aced it last year and they lost 1 game all year. Now they've lost 2 out of 4 and they've drawn the other. Something like that. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good for Beresfield, but they've got a chance to sort of turn it around against the last place team this week. Zone League 1. Jesmond FC 1 defeating Stockton 0. A key result for Jesmond to stay top of the league, just getting the job done. I remember reading about this match. I remember reading sort of how it went, but I think it was a bit of an ugly win. But look, 1-0 is the same as 4-0. At the end of the day, it's 3 points for Jesmond. They stay top. Talking about form teams, Beresfield FC 3 defeating Barnsley 0 at Barnsley. Chris Neal with a hat-trick. Barrow just have come, like there's one Beresfield team that went horrible last year and one went good. The roles have been reversed. Beresfield FC are cruising in second place at the moment. Warners Bay Free defeated Nelson Bay 0 up there at Tomaree. Just one of those typical results. Nelson Bay are one of those teams that I feel are going to struggle this season, and they are struggling this season, so no real surprise there. No surprise here either. Charlestown 0 defeated by Cooks Hill United 3. Cooks Hill definitely one of the better teams in this division. They probably should be finishing top 4. Charlestown and Nelson Bay are a few different people's tips to finish lower table. We'll see how that goes, but at the moment it's not looking good for either. Kataara South, the league leaders, or former league leaders, before losing to Beresfield. Kataara South were postponed against Raymond Terrace. So the table shows Jesmond FC on top, 4 wins from 4 games, 9 goals scored, 2 against. Can't go wrong. Beresfield second. And down there at the bottom, Stockton, Charlestown and Nelson Bay. This table was actually from before Wednesday night. So Charlestown have jumped over Stockton into 8th position. Charlestown 2 defeating Stockton 1 in a midweek catch-up game. So Stockton and Nelson Bay are in a bit of a hole, and well, guess who plays each other this week? Stockton 2 to defeat Nelson Bay 0. The Sharks, I feel, won't stay down lower table for too long. Nelson Bay, I feel that's probably where they're going to be for the majority of the season at this rate. 2-0 Stockton to beat Nelson Bay in what is essentially a derby of sorts. Raymond Terrace to defeat Barnsley 2-1. That's a tough one to predict. Barnsley coming down from Zone Premier League, but they lost to Beresfield, so we'll see how that goes. Talking about Beresfield, I've tipped them to lose at the Athletics track 3-2 to Cooks Hill United. Cooks Hill, I just feel, have a very talented squad, and all former, well, not all former, but a lot of former New FM players, maybe not a lot, but what am I trying to say? Cooks Hill are tipped to finish in the top 4. This is a test for Beresfield. They win this, then suddenly Beresfield can start thinking about what they may be doing in about 15 weeks' time when finals start, because this will be a huge win for them. Tip them to lose though. Charlestown to lose to Jesmond 4-1. Self-explanatory, Jesmond just in really good form. Warners Bay 1 to draw Kataara South 1. Couldn't pick either side in that one. Alright, here's my favourite section of the show each week. The Zone League 2 results. It's always some crazy scorelines here. Newlambton 2 defeated by Merryweather Advance 5. Merryweather's goal scorers Josh Dinnery times 2, Ross Cairns times 2, and Adrian Manel. God, I'm bad with names. 5-2 Merryweather Advance defeating Newlambton. Newlambton struggling actually this year with the team that won the Zone League Free Grand Final. A few players probably went to ZPL as well, so Merryweather are in very good form to start the season. I'm not going to start yawning every 2 seconds. That's not going to be good. It's seriously 5 in the afternoon on a Thursday. That's not a good sign, is it? University 1 defeated by Hamilton Olympic 8. This is just another week for Hamilton Olympic. What are they doing in this grade? I don't know. They could be in Zone League 1, maybe even Zone Premier League with this form that they're in. I'm not sure if the camera's going blurry or my eyes are going blurry, but something just happened there. Hamilton 8-1 over Uni. That's another Zone League 2 scoreline right there. This score is a bit more believable. Muswellbrook 1 defeated by Westlakes 3. well, not believable in the sense that I knew that Muswellbrook were going to lose. I think I tipped them to lose anyway, but this isn't 7-11 or 7-4 or what have you. Only 4 goals. Westlakes get a win. And Muswellbrook, what can I say? They're not starting the season well. And suddenly, you've got to start thinking, when is Muswellbrook going to win when are they going to win a game? It's not good. Talking about not good, Madawi defeated by Wallsend FC 11-1. There you go. There's not much I need to say about that. That's a big win for Wallsend, and Madawi just in all sorts at the moment. Maryland, Fletcher and Hunter Simba, which would have been a good game admittingly, was postponed. Who knows, I might try and catch that one midweek out at Kurika Oval. Wouldn't mind watching those two teams play again. They were two of my favourite ZL2 teams from the FFA Cup. Hunter Simba, brilliant team to watch on their day. So yeah, that got postponed. Muswellbrook dead last. But as soon as they do get a point, they will jump Madawi. Madawi played 4 games. They've conceded 36 goals in 4 games. 9 goals a game, I think. Am I right? I think I'm right. That is horrendous. That is absolute. I'm not going to go too far into it. Madawi just aren't. I don't know if they don't have the numbers or injuries or what's happening up there, but they were a strong club last year and they're just having a bit of an off-season this year. I'm sure they'll be back. At least they're still in the competition, unlike 1 or 2 other teams who may or may not have folded in the pre-season. More likely may. Madawi in all sorts. Hamilton Olympic and Wallsend at the other end of the table. Olympic are they're running away with this title, aren't they? 29 goals in 4 games. That is crazy. Let's move on to Zone League 3, which surprisingly every week I get a lot of goal scorers, a lot of info from Zone League 3. These teams really love the coverage. So Edgeworth 3 defeating Dudley Redhead 2 on Friday night, and I will try and get to Edgeworth for one of these Friday night games. I'm eyeing off, I think, the 2nd of July. They're playing Hamilton Azuri. Big Hamilton Azuri fan right here. And I say that despite being involved at Cooks Hill, arch rivals, played Azuri. Yeah, I'm definitely probably going to go watch that game when it's on. Friday night games at Edgeworth, very smart idea with the NPL and of course Zone League 3. Edgeworth 3-2 over Dudley. The RAF defeated by Argington, here we go, 11-4. Ty Goldsmith, 7 goals. He now has 19 goals in 4 games. That's pretty crazy, I'm not going to lie. Argington have scored 25 goals. He has 19 of those goals. That's what I think. That's at last count. I'm not sure. Adam Potter also got 2, and there would have been 1 or 2 other scorers that I didn't get there. But Argington are flying high. The RAF grounded. It's not very. This is Zone League. This is what Zone League is all about: scoring 4 goals and still being flogged by 7. That is great. Sorry to the RAF. That's not me laughing about that. But this scoreline does pop up a fair bit. 11-4. Yeah, what can I say? Hamilton Azuri 4 defeating Kahaiba FC 3. This was a hell of a game by the sounds of things. Azuri up 3-0. Jackson Bush, Harrison Maguire and Lockie Barber 3-0 at half-time for Azuri. Then in the second half, Zach Belson scored a goal from long range. Jeffrey Clark scored also for Kahaiba. Harrison Maguire was the only scorer for Azuri in the second half, and they held on for a gutsy 4-3 victory over a very good Kahaiba team. Azuri flying high. Mayfield United 1, defeated by Bulwarra Lawn 6. This came out of nowhere, this result. Michael Chihuahua scoring 3, Aaron Cook 2 and Jack Bennett 1 for Bulwarra, the Bushrangers. Huge win for them. Their first win in the Zone League 3 competition this year. Mayfield, is it going to be another there or thereabouts season where they just finish second last or third last or something? Not good, losing 6-1 at home to a promoted team. So Zone League 3, Argentine on top of the table, 25 goals in 4 games. Hamilton Azuri second. I tell you what, when Argentine play Azuri, that's going to be a hell of a game. I'm not sure when that's coming up. In fact, guess who just looked at the fixtures for this week, and guess who's playing this week? There you go. Cahaiba third, Edgeworth fourth, all the way down to the RAF in last place. So yeah, this week, let's go through it. Mayfield United to defeat the RAF 2-1. This is a bit of a derby of sorts. Stevenson Park, coming from the RAF base. Industrial Drive, it's a little bit of a derby. It's close. It's probably the closest fixture for the RAF. That aside, they need to sort of pick up some wins soon, and they're last and on 0 points, so they'll give it their all. So 2-1, Mayfield to win, hard fought game. Either side winning wouldn't really surprise me here. Abermain to be defeated by Edgeworth 3-2. Dudley to beat Bulwarra Lawn 3-1. And finally, Argentine do play Hamilton Azuri. There you go. That is the match of the round, in my opinion, in any Zone League competition this week. That's a big game for Hamilton Azuri, big game for Argentine. It's at Argentine, and my tip is Argentine, 4-3. And that's pretty much it. So, what a big week in the Zone Football League this week. Round 5, I think, yeah, round 5, yes. Round 5. Argentine versus Hamilton Azuri. Beresfield in Zone Premier League looking to get back in the winner's circle. Zone League 1, Jesmond looking to stay in form. Beresfield versus Cooks Hill, probably the match of the round there. Some good games across the grades this weekend. Enjoy it, and I will see you next week. Should be next Wednesday, but you know it won't be. I'll probably see you next Thursday night or something like that for the next episode of the Zone League show here on Newey Sports. I'm Ty Stedman. See you next week.